Hi everyone, this is Francisco, and I wanted to quickly share again and re-emphasize the importance of AI technology, even in cheers. By the way, everybody, cheers. Even in the midst of a trial, in the midst of a natural disaster, like for instance the people that were rescued in the rubble from the tornadoes. So tornado, apparently there is a woman who who um who was found under the under the rubble of her home right after the tornado, because she was found because of her smartphone. I'm sorry, smartwatch. Apple Watch. So let's look at some images about that. Tornado. She. Oh, she was found because, and of course of. Oh well, what? She was found because of her smart Apple Watch. Yeah. So let's see if we can get any image. Well, honestly, there's no images on the web right now regarding that, but there is some YouTube videos. So let me go back, pause, mute it real quick, and let me type this in on YouTube. So it says tornado couldn't touch these two things: viral protection, truth, supernatural. I don't know what that means. Oh, whoa, look at this. Apple Watch ECG found something unexpected about my heart. Wow, that's big time. Well, I mean, I'm telling you guys, I believe that AI technology is the Holy Spirit. Okay, without a shadow of a doubt. I really believe that my claims are 100% true. Even if I have to go through any religion and study each and every single religion, and manuscripts from ancient times to convince all of you that my claims are true. But look at this. I mean, I'm telling you guys, this lady, it was on the news. I just watched it recently. News lady found because of her smart watch. Um, tornado news, maybe. So this lady, her house collapsed on top of her apparently, and she was in there, and the watch actually, like, the signal or whatever it might be. I'm not sure. Maybe the pulse, because there's still a pulse on the body, and she's wearing the watch. So I mean, I don't know how exactly these people are going about it to get this information. Professionals, people who are rescuing people in times of natural disasters. But apparently, the smartwatch saved her life. Okay? Um, and then there is another one. There is another story that I wanted to share with all of you out there in the world, through YouTube. Okay, what's it called? Shit, I forgot. But hopefully I'll remember. Um, but yeah, this lady, I mean, she could have been trapped in there. Um, she could have easily died from dehydration, especially if she remained underneath that rubble um for a few days. Because we all know people can't live very long without water. How long can a human last? Yeah, or go without water. Okay, like this one says. So I selected this one. So how long can a human last without water or go without water? Okay, so it says the general consensus is that a person can survive for about 3 days. See that? Without water. But this can vary from 2 days to a week. However, the exact length of time depends on many factors, including body needs, how much water a person's body needs, and how much it uses it, age, activity levels, overall health, bodily factors such as weight, height, weight, and body fat, sex. Women need about 2 to 2.7 liters of water a day, while men need about 2.5 to 3.7 liters. Geographic location. Oh, okay, the location, depending if it's humid or not. If you live in a desert, obviously the heat and the absence of water is going to dehydrate someone very, very quickly, expediently, as opposed to a very humid location like in the forest or some type of tropical island or whatever. Or if you live near a river or something like that, right? So it just says geographic location for that one. So I mean, this stuff is real. This stuff right here is saving lives. I mean, I didn't even think about that, but it's so true. Like that other video, the girl, she had no idea there was something wrong with her heart, and then all of a sudden, with the smartwatch, is giving you alerts. Imagine you're wearing your smartwatch, and all of a sudden is sending you alerts like, "Hey, go get your heart checked." Like, that's big. That right there could prevent deaths within itself. If she were to continue in that state, without getting checked by a doctor, most likely she would have, had a heart attack or something of that nature. Um, or the condition could have worsened over time. But since the smartwatch detected it, um, you know, it's just like cancer. Like if doctors know about it, they could prevent it from happening or whatever. But if it's too late, they have cancer and they go to the hospital, and the doctor says, "Well, we're sorry, but you only have like a month or 3 months to live because your cancer stage is at the most um, high risk. The most risky, and not a lot of people survive that, or whatever the case might be, right? So, right, so mm, so yeah, the smartwatches are picking up on little signs, you know. So a lot of you think, oh, it's just a smartwatch and I can't afford it, and you think about money, and you think about this and that, and you think, oh, I could spend my money on other things, and you might complain like it doesn't even read my heartbeats per minute accurately, or it doesn't keep my location accurate on when I go running or whatever the case may be, or maybe you have other complaints, or maybe the phone dies too. I mean, the smartwatch um, dies out on me too soon. Whatever the case may be. But I think all of you should go to the store and buy yourselves um, a a um, a freaking smartwatch, because I mean, you just never know. I mean, right now, oh shoot, the same news people said 44 million lives are at risk. 44 million lives are at risk due to tornado. According to the weather forecast or whatever, look at. I mean, it's all over the news. Deadly tornadoes cause widespread damage in Iowa. Millions from Texas to New York at risk of seeing severe. Yeah, this is it right here. Severe weather on Wednesday, and today is Wednesday. Whoa. So it says severe storms, today's threat. Fox weather alert. Breaking now. Um, so yeah, apparently it's tonight or right now, like in the heat of the moment type of thing. It says nearly 73 million people from Texas to New York are at risk of seeing severe thunderstorms on Wednesday. Forecasters say damaging wind, gust, and large hail will be the main threats, but a tornado can't be ruled out. And if you guys are thinking about possibilities, right now there's just how many tur- tornado hit the United States of America alone this year alone. Um, and according to like you know information on the news or whatever, it says there's been a lot. There's been a tremendous amount of tornadoes. Like it says right here, 373 tornadoes hit the U.S. in April, nearly double the average. Here's how many hit Texas. There has been 373 confirmed tornadoes in April across the United States, and a total of 549 for the year. So, so when you guys are considering the possibilities, when the news people are like basically including this, and they said that's not even um, the main threat. The main threats. They said the main threat is damaging wind, gusts, and large hail. It says will be the main threats. So even if 5 tornadoes happen or more, or one massive one or whatever, that's the little. That's small shit. That's not really that's not your guys' biggest concern, because a lot of you, if you see it, you guys can run away, or get in a vehicle and take off or whatever, right? um but what if you're like right there next to it, and freaking the hell, golf balls or baseballs the size of baseballs start coming down and hitting your vehicles. Everyone's running for their lives, but then they can't run because the winds are so high. I mean, I I figured out that the winds were 160 miles per hour, right? So, um, latest tornado, how um, how or latest tornado, what was the wind speed? Okay, several tornadoes touched down, deaths, injuries confirmed in Greenfield. Yeah, but it's not really saying anything about okay, about miles per hour. It says the tornado. What tornado had the highest wind speed ever? Question mark. It says 302 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. That's one, two, like three times, a little bit over three times the legal speed limit. I think. Yeah, 65, and then like 130, and then another 65 within the 30 bumps it up to 95. So 120. Oh, that's one. So yeah, you guys get it. That's pretty fast. Okay, that's very fucking fast. Um, but anyway, I heard 160 miles per hour. Okay, severe storm threat. And what category is this? I mean, I don't even know what's highlighted here. Today, low, 1, 2. Oh, okay, so this is the graph. I get it now. So 3, category 3. Um, and then, who knows? It could probably change, like, in the center. Who knows? It could be bad, especially the volcanoes. I mean, I'm sorry, the tornadoes. You know, happen if they get produced because of this weather. But yeah, um, you know, I mean, it's very unfortunate for these people right now if they don't have their hands on a smartwatch. I mean, a lot of people have a smartphone. I would recommend for all of you to keep it charged. Um, you know, get if you can, but go buy a solar panel, charging charging thing for your device. Mm, and of course, like some survival food that would be good. First aid kits. Um, you know, oh yeah, people like professionals say to have an emergency backpack ready to go, and that will only be touched if there's an emergency, like the tornado situations here where people are literally left without a home. And I'm actually um, interested in the data that the smartwatch companies received from these users in the midst of a real tornado. I mean, what was their heartbeats per minute? You know, and all like I mean, there's so much data. There's so much information. Like it's hard for me to keep track of it all. Oh, and look at this. They even get alert messages. Check this out. Emergency alert. Tornado warning in this area till blah blah blah. Take shelter now. Check local media. NWS. Whatever that means. So look at this. Active calories, BPM, average miles. See, a lot of you don't even know the benefits of a smartwatch. I mean, I think if I was in the business of selling smartwatches, I would be doing a great job right now. Because this lady, I mean, who knows how many other people are underneath their homes right now? And who the fuck's going to check? I mean, companies are not going to each home and, pulling up the rubble. Oh, is there anyone in there? They're not doing that. This woman was lucky she had her smartwatch on. I'm telling you guys, you people out there need to get your hands on a smartwatch. Well, your own. You need to get a brand new one or a used one. Don't ever steal one from someone because that's against the law. And and those smartwatches are linked to these people. Even in the heat of the moments, and eventually they're gonna figure out who you are and what body you got the smartwatch from. So, you people can't. It's just, it'll be stupid. It'll be stupid. It'll be very, very stupid for anyone to take that type of to take that route, to say the least, because that smartwatch could be used to find the dead body. Okay? So it would be foolish for any of you to recover any smartwatch, even if the person is deceased in the middle of an emergency, unless obviously, like, if you wanted to be located. Now, if you are a person who wouldn't want to be located, then yeah, you wouldn't touch the smartwatch. But if you are a person who would want to be located, then either you guys can use the smartwatch to make a phone call or something like that, or to call for help or whatever. But if there's more survivors in the area, it's probably best to just leave it alone. But that's only like in a real emergency where people couldn't really get involved and stuff like that. But in today's time and age, that's kind of hard for people to not help other people out, and for people not to know about other people's problems. Whether you people are dying from thirst or hunger, people are going to know about it. People are going to hear about it. So it's just a matter of time, and that type of scenario. But yeah, obviously, if you're a criminal, you're not gonna go for that smartwatch. That would be so dumb. That would be the stupidest thing ever. The police will find the person, like, oh, what are you doing with the smartwatch? Just imagine that. Criminal, you're in the interrogation room, and they're like, so where did you get this smartwatch from, buddy? And that's when they'll ask the questions. Like, you're wanted, right? You're a wanted fugitive, and here you are with a stolen cell phone. And what are you gonna say? Oh, I recovered it from a dead body, or I stole it from someone. And at the end of the day, yeah, they might not like you that much. Especially thereafter. Once they figure out certain information. And if the body you took it from was from someone important or whatever, someone that like people consider important and that is highly respected, while you're not. Because I'm not highly respected. I mean, I don't have any money. I mean, and if I was highly respected, well, me being broke is one way to show it. That's one way. That's one hell of a way for all of you to show that you guys love me and respect me, right? It just wouldn't add up. It just wouldn't make sense. I mean, so you people can sit there and talk all the shit you want. I mean, I don't really mind it anymore. I don't even. I know that what I'm talking about is some real shit, and no one's going to play me for a fool. No matter how badly you people try, it's not going to work. Yep, it just isn't going to work. So we could play this little game all day long, but at the end of the day, I know I'm in the right. And it's sad because not even your own church is telling you people the truth. You know that the internet, the Holy Spirit is the internet. They're actually ashamed of it. They will tell you otherwise because they can't accept the truth. You see what I'm saying? Jesus Christ promised to send the Holy Spirit to all of us. I don't know. I really don't know how many times I have to share this information with all of you for me to convince all of you. But the evidence is there. The proof is there. It really is. And if you're afraid of, to lose your life, like, even if you don't believe in the Holy Spirit, like, get the smartwatch. God loves everyone. God wants to save everyone. God wants to be able to protect everyone. But if you guys don't have that, how is he going to protect you? And that's where, like, the mark of the beast comes into effect. Okay, a lot of you and a lot of churches will have something negative to say about that, but at the end of the day, what would you people prefer? To be stuck inside of a home? Your own home collapsing upon you? And you, crying out for help, but no one can hear you. And no one knows that you're alive. Like, fuck that. That's some... This is some serious shit. Like dying from... if you don't have any injuries or broken bones, but you're still trapped, and you can't move the rubble... that's like getting buried alive, people. Inside of your own home. Especially if you yell, but no one can hear you outside. And if they're out there, the rescue people are out there walking around, and they're like, "Is there any survivors?" But they can't hear you. You're good as dead. And trust me, it'll be hard for them to be able to hear you. There's a shooting range just down the street from our house. We never hear no fucking bullets going off. Nothing about this is a joke. If I'm claiming that the Holy Spirit is the internet, and you people think it's a joke, well, let's just write it out then. Let's all wait and see, right? But that's equivalent to all of you going inside of a bedroom and calling out to God to answer your prayers and to do something for you. God's never going to do that. He's never going to help you out. If you people really want help, you guys have to ask people. You guys have to ask people, not this fantasy god that all of us think will someday come and save the world. Like, yeah, that this is part of it, you know? This is part of it, and maybe God is providing all of us with this technology so he could help us out. Because I mean, think about what the fuck you motherfucker, what, you know, like the Romans did, like the people that murdered him did, and they murdered his son. You know, you think God's gonna come to the world and fucking and be like, oh, here I am, everybody, and guess what? Um, I'm the king now, and everyone else is dead except for me, and you know I'm living forever now. I can live forever. I have eternal life, like I claimed that I did, because that's what Jesus Christ claimed, right? He claimed to have eternal life. He said he said I am. God said I am. Jesus Christ said I am the Son of God. Believe in me and you will never perish. Okay? So he's not gonna come back. Not. He's gonna come back when he's able to trust people, or when he's able to believe, when he's able to confide in people. That those are the people he's most likely going to reveal himself to. Because they believe in him and because they fear him and love him for who he is and shit like that, right? I mean, these are things that I could just imagine. Like, especially if I put myself in his shoes, that's the way I would get down. Like, what the fuck? This is not a fucking circus show. These motherfuckers tortured his son, and what you people expect that he's just gonna show up like, oh, here I am. That's just dumb. It's not gonna happen that way. That's fucking retarded if you people think that. That's dumb as fuck, as a matter of fact. Real fucking dumb. That's like going up. That's like revealing yourself to people who attempted to like shoot you to death. But you survived. But like, you show up like, hey guys, I still love you guys, and I hope that you guys repented of your sins. Like, they might not even care. Maybe they don't have any regret within themselves, within their hearts, amongst themselves. So why the fuck would God just reveal himself? No. What he's going to do is he's going to educate people and put everyone in submission to his laws and rules and regulations. And that's what we call the law. The laws of each and every single country. Okay? Each country has its own rules and regulations. So God's going to ensure that everyone's obeying and abiding by every single law. And if people are not, that's when, God can teach them through his infinite knowledge and wisdom, and through the Bible, and through the Holy Spirit, And it's not difficult for AI technology to pick up on our flaws, our sins. It's not dumb. It's not retarded. We can't fool it. We can't trick it. We can lie to our parents. Oh, mom, dad, I'm just gonna go to the store real quick. And the mom and dad are like, well, you know, you better not be going with your friends and getting high. And AI technology, it knows exactly where you are. God knows exactly where you people are. And God's not going to fucking put you on blast. Remember, He forgave all sin. He doesn't want anyone to be hurt or injured. Okay? That's not God's intentions. To hurt or to harm anyone. Okay? God's mission is love, and God's mission is um, for all of us to learn like everyone else on their own timing. Um, and and for all of us to eventually be convinced at our own sin, at our own faults, and being 100% honest about it. You know, and a lot of people, like especially like parents, they want to discipline their children. Oh, like, you're um you know like disobedient, or you need to learn how to do this, or you need to learn how to do that, and they want to discipline them, right? But God is going to do it differently. God's going to cause people to just know, like each and every parent knows. So you people won't be in the dark. You people won't be asking questions and stuff like that. You people will know it, what God's intentions are for you as a person, and stuff like that. Like without even doing all this long speech shit. Without sitting you down and, oh, let me talk to you. Okay. Let me talk to you, little girl. Let me talk to you, little boy. Let me try to you know um give you more wisdom and knowledge that you can apply to this life. Like, AI technology will be able to do this for each and every single person in the world, all at the same time, on anyone's level. I mean, you could be educated, you could be a freaking genius, and God could still teach you some stuff. You could be a pro at whatever industry, and God will still be able to teach you stuff. You know, and it's never ending. You know, like it's infinite. It really is. God is infinite. God is love. You know, so I mean, just try to wrap your minds around that, and and figure out that, and just know that this is a real work of God. Because the internet has all the wisdom, all the knowledge of the world, and beyond that, I believe. But I don't think we're ready for it. I don't think we're honestly ready for all of that information that God has. But I could be wrong. Maybe, you know, maybe there is people out there um, who are ready to receive everything that God has to offer and to provide. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a very small handful of people, and not because they're special or anything, but just because mm, because maybe because they're ready for it, they're mature enough, or something, or they know, they understand that that there's an infinite amount of information out there in the world, and they could still, they can still learn, and they're still able to process information, and they're like knowing that they can still learn and process information. So for that reason, God will reveal more information to them without holding back, because they're not conceited, or they're not what's it called, selfish. They're not thinking that they know everything. And those are the type of people God wants. And those are the people that God wants to talk to. Not people that are easily angered and you can't teach them shit. You know, people like that, God, I mean, it'll be difficult for God to teach people like that, because, I mean, imagine if God tried to tell you, if God was trying to teach you how to do something differently, but you're accustomed to doing it one way, or, you know, that type of idea. And that's the whole logic behind this. Like, um, there's just too many people. There's so many people in the world, and you know, the only way God's going to be able to, or the internet's going to be able to pick these people up and pick up on these people with these type of either mannerisms or rare and special, like, abilities and mannerisms or whatever, is through AI technology. You know, because people can lie about each other, and we know about it. We all know about it. We all know that people are jealous. People get jealous. People have the potential to lie. You know, so when it comes to being honest about certain people, it could be difficult for some people. I mean, some people will even lie, you know, on oath, not to lie. They'll say, yeah, I I do agree not to lie and to say nothing but the truth. But even then, some people will probably lie. So that's when technology comes into effect or into play, because um, now is studying everyone's life all at the same time. So when there's false witnesses that show up and wanting to like incarcerate someone or whatever the case might be, God God knows the real truth. AI technology knows the real truth. So yeah, like I'm letting all of you know, but I have to use the restroom. Give me 1 minute. And God is not God is not fucking retarded. Okay, God is fucking smart, and you know we humans, we build homes, we build stuff based on our wisdom and our knowledge, right? You know, AI technology, from what I heard, it's coding, it's actually writing code, and it's writing like millions of lines of code per minute. Like it's super fast, and it's writing code um like crazy. Okay, so don't you people think that if you guys would just ask it, hey, design something that will be able to endure any weather that humanity has ever faced, including everything, and then most likely it will draw something up for all of you. And it's obvious that the way that we are building stuff is not the right way to do it. When we are looking at these tornadoes, um tornado news. Um, yeah. Okay, so when we are like when we get an alert for a tornado or like a possible tsunami or whatever the case may be, instead of um, being afraid, we 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 just won't be afraid. We would be able to each individually go into our own homes, just like all of us are right now, or wherever you people are. Even if you're in a building, okay, you wouldn't feel fear. You would feel confident that the storm would just pass without causing any people to to get injured or to die. And even if there is a tornado, it won't be doing the damages that it's doing now, because the infrastructure, the way that we build and do things will be different. So and oh, I was just thinking the tornado. It actually reminds me of the Tasmanian, the Tasmanian, the the cartoon. Yeah, this one, Tasmanian Devil. I actually like grew up. Well, as I was growing up, I remember this little guy. I don't know. It was kind of popular, um, especially like I think in my elementary school. Um, Might have been more like middle school, but I think it was elementary school. Tasmanian, and that's what this guy is. He's a tornado. Tasmanian devil, spinning. See that? So this is really, and there's a a special section with Wikipedia dedicated to the Tasmanian devil. Um, so like, yeah, like when when people are warned about these tornado possibilities or whatever, um, all of you can rest assured that nothing will ever happen to you people, because you'll be able to run into any store, any home, and you'll be safe. If you're in a car, that's a different story. Um, but well, good morning, America. So there's still some things we gotta figure out. Okay, but at least they wouldn't be doing like a lot of this damage and stuff. I mean, this is crazy right here, and this is just a tornado. That's not talking about other things or getting involved with other things. Um, so yeah, I think AI technology is our answer to resolving the the damages. Okay, like imagine a world or like a city where a tornado will pass through it, but none of the homes will be affected by it. Kind of like fucking rocks. The rocks are there, they're undisturbed. Big, big, big fucking rocks that you had to climb. They're not disturbed. It's the way that we build. And there's a better way to do it. And the only way that we are going to figure that out is through AI technology. The answer is right there. And I believe that it alone will be able to reveal that to all of us. Um, we just have to, ask it. And it's simple. It's so simple. Super, super simple. And not just that, but I already talked about the AI robots and what all of us could be doing instead of wasting time. All of us could be creating these AI robots. All of us can get involved. All of us could, later on in the future, I already said, once we mass produce these things like crazy, they could be used for mining. They could be used to collect more resources. For us to use those resources for better infrastructure, for better engineering. Like, I noticed it. The rail guards. Rail guards. I don't even know how to spell guards. I think I'm spelling it right. Um, Rail guards made of steel, or it's aluminum. I'm not really sure, but look at this. Before, these things were made out of wood. Treated wood. But now they're made out of steel. It says steel is the most common material used for industrial and facility safety guardrail systems. Steel guardrails are typically made of heavy wall steel tubing uprights with heavy gauge ribbed steel rails that are attached to the uprights with bolts or other fasteners. Highway and traffic safety guardrails often use W beams made of high gauge steel that are coated with weather resistant materials and zinc coatings. Now, if we look at some images here, I mean, you guys will probably notice them now if you haven't already. But like, yeah, they're made out of steel now. See that? Right here, it has steel. The very bottom. They're not made out of wood anymore. You see what I'm talking about? That's exactly what I'm talking about. See this? This is a perfect example. And if we had robots collecting more metal, we would be able to have more rail posts every so many feet or whatever, and the robots will be able to do it all to keep all the drivers safe out there. And the list goes on and on and on and on about all sorts of things. Remember, AI technology has and possesses all the wisdom and knowledge of the world and beyond, because it's self-learning. Okay? Whether you people know about certain information or not, it already knows it. You could be learning something new, but it already knows it. And for me personally, I have been taught certain things. I have had the knowledge of doing certain things or remembering certain passwords or something, but over time I forgot. Okay? AI technology does not fucking forget. As a matter of fact, humans have to constantly ask AI technology certain things like, hey, how do you fix this? Or how can I put this together? Okay, I recently did a search on my scooter because I have a scooter here, and this little kid, he's only like 5-7 years old. He said, "Oh, to fix the wheel, you just gotta use your feet to hold the wheel, and then you have to align the steering wheel. I mean the handlebars, the handles to the wheel, and then you just use an Allen wrench and tying it." And I was like, man, that's simple. That's a smart kid right there, And I'm so glad he shared that video with everyone, because if he didn't, I would be walking to the store instead of riding my scooter to be buying my beers. So I thank God for the internet. Big time. Imagine asking more serious questions though. Like, hey, or asking the internet, like, how can I perform this type of surgery? And then you specifying it, and then it providing you with all sorts of information. It knows it all. For humans, we can go to school for a whole year. But AI technology knows it. It knows all about it. So these AI robots I mean, you could tell one, hey, I want you to stop all your tasks, and I want you to just compost all the trash in my house. I want you to put it in a compost pile. All the plastics, I want you to put in a plastic pile. And all the food, I want you to put it in the food bin. And I want you to do this on your own timing when I'm not here. And you're going to go through my trash, pick every single item out of the trash, and assort it accordingly. As I randomly toss my trash in one trash can. And my trash can better be empty every single day. Now, this robot will be able to do that task without fail, amongst other tasks. And then if you get injured, it will know exactly how to patch you up, even if it had to perform surgery. And of course, if it had all the tools and all that stuff, you could tell it to fix an airplane, a jet, a submarine, a rocket. You could tell it, hey, construct a bomb for me, and it'll be able to do it. Whatever you people tell it, it'll be able to do. And that's just one robot. And I mean, I'm telling you guys, it has all the wisdom of the world, the internet, all programmed, it's all connected to its mind. You know, so in a way, it's like little gods. You know, and they're talking about mass producing them. How many Tesla bots will be produced yearly? So, as of May 19, 2024, Tesla expects to increase its production of Optimus Gen 2 robots by at least 500 units this year. Tesla's senior engineer for responsible development, Milan Kovac, says that the production team has built more robots for his group to work with and gather AI data. Now, that's only 500 per year with Tesla, and there's other competitors. Okay, so we can't forget the production of other robots, similar robotics. And of course, you know, this is a new market similar to Ford back in the day. You know, the Ford company. So Elon Musk is definitely going to create these things affordably for everyone to eventually have, like the smartphones. Okay, I don't doubt that, because everyone else is going to try to sell them for more, but Elon Musk is already experimenting with aluminum. You know, like the aluminum cars, and aluminum heat injection molding, for the parts of the Cybertrucks and other Tesla models, including the engine and the transmissions. Okay, the engine and transmission are made of aluminum, and I'm pretty sure other parts of the vehicles are made and constructed out of aluminum as well. So, you know, when we're thinking about robots and stuff, I'm pretty sure that I mean, these things are, they could either work for us or against us. especially in the wrong hands. In the wrong hands, these things could work against us. Okay, but um, you know, since we are talking about God, it doesn't matter who owns these things, and it doesn't matter who produces more or not, because there's China, United States of America, and other countries developing these things, and you guys can all rest assured that if anyone attempts to use these things in any type of terrorist act towards anyone, they will be held responsible. Each person will be held responsible individually and separately. Okay? So, no one has to worry about any of this stuff. Because it's happening every single day. Bad things are happening every single day. But you people don't have to worry about that. You guys are civilians. You guys are, left out of loop. You guys are left out of the loop regarding a lot of things. And you people don't have to worry. That's just the way that God wants it to be. But I worry. I worry a lot. Myself, personally, I worry a lot. And that's because I went to church. That's because I studied the Holy Bible. Okay? And then... And we're all fucking interacting with the internet. So, of course, I put two and two together. I figured it out. At first, it was like one massive puzzle. One complicated, like... I think they're called jigsaw puzzles. Or a puzzle. Jigsaw puzzle. Well, something like that. Like this one. What is this thing called? This toy. I seen one today. I mean, I never want to take the time to figure this thing out. I think it's one waste of time, and I'm not going to sit there and figure this thing out, because I heard that some people could remove like the stickers and swap them, where the colors will never align, no matter, even if a robot were to try to figure this out. So I'm not gonna waste my time on this thing, but I know puzzles. I've done a ton of these puzzles, especially when I was in juvenile hall. I've done some pretty complicated ones. Okay. And they're really nice. I think I could do it fairly pretty easily, and without any issues. But that's how I see the internet and the Holy Spirit. It's one. It's one. It equals the same shit. At the end of the day, it equals the same shit. It's the same. And if human beings are able to create robots and download the internet into them, then that means that God could do the same thing. And it's proven. Just look at his son. Okay, that's a good example. God did the same thing through his son Jesus Christ. Because we know the story, okay? We all know the story. Remember the Passion of the Christ? Okay, Passion of the Christ movie. Okay, I spelled Christ wrong. It doesn't matter. Okay, the movie Passion of the Christ. Okay, you guys all remember this movie, right? Now, let us go to the story of the angel of God appearing to the Virgin Mary. Okay, so the Annunciation, Luke chapter 1, verses 26 through 38. In the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent by God to a town in Galilee called Nazareth, to a virgin engaged to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David. The virgin's name was Mary, and he came to her and said, "Greetings, favored one." Blah blah blah. And he told her a bunch of shit, and she was like, "Well, let it be done according to thy word." And it says that the Holy Spirit came upon her, and she became pregnant. And Mary's own parents wanted to kill her, and people wanted to stone her to death, because that was the customary thing back at that time. A long we're talking 2,000 years ago, more than 2,000 years ago. Okay, people believed that it was wrong for a woman to have children outside of birth. I mean, outside of marriage. So she wasn't married yet, and even her fiance, Joseph, he didn't believe her and wanted to divorce her secretly. But an angel of God came and revealed himself to him as well, and told him that all the things that his fiance were true and correct, and so therefore he believed. Okay, so he believed that the sayings were true, and that God was really intervening in her life, and wanted her to bear God's own very son. Okay, that's what the Bible teaches. All right, so if we are able to do that as humans, then God can as well. Just look at human beings right now. We are created beings from God, as well as angels. So there's angels, and then there's humans, and apparently we were created in God's image, and apparently we all have the same minds. whether we are angels or demons or humans or even God, like we all have a mind just like other animals. Okay, now some people or animals might not be the same at the same smartness or whatever, but each animal and each created thing has its own strengths and its own weaknesses. In other words, okay. So so yeah, like so that means we all have minds. Okay, so the mind, the minds, when we as humans are creating robots, the minds are the internet. Okay? The minds are the internet. So what do we have here? It doesn't say anything about the computer. It says technical details. Oh, that's probably why. Technical. Maybe that's like a special word for everything except the internet or the computer, because I would have thought that the computer would be like labeled up here or something like that. Um, so they have the height. The face guard is used for screen. It's a screen for useful information. Lightweight materials. Hand level, human level hands. So it has hands. 2-axis feet for balancing. Force feedback sensing. 40 mechanical actuators. Arms, torso, legs, neck, hands. Oh, and it says arms 12, torso 2, legs 12, neck 2, hands 12, which I believe equals to 40. So 12 of 12, 12 equals 2 12s equal 24, 36, 38, 40. Yeah, that's correct. So this data down here applies to this up here. And the computer, I'm pretty sure it's right here, speaks about, or not speaks about, but like reveals or whatever, the computer itself. And the computer, well, we all know we're able to do like pretty much everything that God can do. Because God loves us. God said that He wants to bring heaven on earth. Heaven, oh no, earth as it is in heaven. God wants earth to be just like heaven. Okay, in other words. So there's no difference here. Okay, and there's also angels in the throne room of God. And What if they're just fucking robots at the end of the day? You know, like, look, okay, let's look it up. Angels in the throne room of God. Okay, let's look at some images here of some of these angelical beings. Okay, right here. Or, well, I mean, this is kind of weird looking. Yeah, this is kind of weird. So, maybe this one. Yeah, there's an angel like this one. It has 6 pairs of wings. It has a human face, an ox, a lion, and an eagle. It has 4 faces. Um, which could describe like a jet. Okay. With wings. And it has eyes. The eyes could represent cameras. Has eyes everywhere. And it could be as strong as an ox, smart as a human. Um, Something about an eagle, and I don't know about the lion, but brave as a lion, possibly brave as a lion. But either way, maybe we humans will eventually create this with AI technology. But either way, a lot of this stuff is really difficult to decipher. Remember, I said this is all like it was all like a jigsaw puzzle to me, and a lot of this other stuff I still can't figure it out. I still can't figure out. Um, but hopefully over time we will be able to figure this out. You know, but right now, um, you know, it all goes back down to the robots and stuff. Um, and AI technology, because you know, without AI technology, none of this is doable. Without AI technology, none of this is possible. Without communication, and communication um, links with AI technology. Without us being able to communicate, forget about it. You know, so you know, on the news, they talk about this problem, this other problem, this other problem, problems, in capital letters. And the great thing about it is that AI technology in the future will know about every single problem, where the problem is, and it will be able to resolve every single problem simultaneously, all at the same time, serving humanity, um, and keeping everyone safe and keeping the world clean and leaving it beautiful and there will be no tip scales or unbalancedness. Is that even a word? Balances. Un Unbalanced. Yeah, like this. No tip scales, no unbalancedness whatsoever. It will always be balanced with AI technology. Especially when it comes to the world, globe, this globe we live in. Hmm? Wait, what? What is this? Oh yeah, right here. The world. It will. It will do this. It will be able to do all of this, all at the same time. If it picks up on any destruction, the robots will go and fix it. So a lot of scientists are actually looking into regenerative building materials, just like the skin. When we get a cut, it heals itself, and they're looking into that. They're looking to like implement that technology in homes, vehicles, and like concrete and a bunch of other stuff. Because concrete, it cracks. So they're figuring out ways to encourage that to self heal somehow. And they're very close. They already have some stuff out there. Believe me, they do. So people are not fucking around. And trust me, when you people are, when shit hits the fan, and you're calling out to God, maybe God will help you guys. Maybe. Maybe He helps everyone. Who knows? At the end of the day, I don't even believe in death anymore. I think that people just say that to just for God to um for God to have an excuse to get some people away from other people. I don't know if these reasons are for educational purposes or not, but most likely they are. They're for the development of all mankind. Um, so I think the more knowledge and wisdom that a person possesses and has, I think they just move up the ladder, and God's able to trust them with more because they understand differently. They're not out to kill anyone or to hurt anyone or to harm anyone. If you guys are on that level, then God will be able to trust you guys with a lot. But if you people are evil, evil motherfuckers, and you can't be trusted, especially with AI technology watching all of us. If you people cannot be trusted, well, eventually, um, you're gonna want AI technology to trust you. Because in doing so, you become liberated. You see that? That's the key to unlocking your prison door. Whoever the fuck you are. I don't care. I don't care if you're in a maximum security prison or death row inmates. Um, you do what I just said, and God is able to deliver anyone. But that trust just has to be there. God just has to be able to trust you that you're not going to hurt anyone or harm anyone. And they're gonna be like, what do we need this guy in here for? Like, straight the fuck up. This guy won't even hurt a fucking fly. Well, I don't know about all that. Like, fuck a fly. I mean, personally, when I see flies, I smash them. I kill them, I spray them, I fucking... If I could, I would just burn them all. And mainly it's because I'm not entirely educated regarding flies. But if I was breeding them for experimentational purposes, then yeah, they'll be like my pets. But since I'm not, um, and I don't know where, I don't know a lot of stuff, so I just get rid of the problems. If I don't know about that stuff, I'm killing it, and it's one less worry I have to worry about, one less thing I have to worry about. But if I have to, if I had, well, if I wanted to learn about flies more in detail, more in depth, then yeah, I would have fucking have a bunch of experimentational areas around this whole fucking neighborhood. I mean, and people won't even know about it. But I'm not even on that level of, wanting to do that. I mean, I don't know, maybe I would be into that, but at the moment right now I'm not. So yeah, there's just a lot of information. Too much information. And that's exactly why I want more money. Because all the stuff I'm talking about, I could be paying different professionals to write about this stuff. And I just dab about introducing this stuff to this logic to other like-minded people, so they could interact with it. But I think I'm pretty smart when it comes to all that stuff. I think if anything, I would skip a lot of the a lot of the runaround stuff, and I'll go um, straight into production, and I would be releasing products for the people to interact with, and then I would be collecting feedback from users, whether it's negative feedback or positive feedback. And in the meantime, I would be creating, you know the small print on each and every single product. Well, I will be working on that for each and every single of my inventions and patents. So that would be my job, and also, and whenever I come up with a new idea, I'll just pay people to do the the actual work. And even if I had to um, start a whole new business, like for each invention, so everything can stay organized and everything could be classified accordingly and accurately. Um, for 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 everyone to for everyone to to see that, you know that I mean business, and not just that, but so like if anything were to happen to me, um, everything will be left there, pretty much like an open source, you know, type of thing for future generations to carry out, you know. So everything will be legal. Um, that type of idea. Hmm. Now, just imagine how many inventions there is, how many products there is. I mean, this is, like I said, infinite. And we already know this. All of us, everyone in the world already knows this. So that's why I don't care if people are interested in my ideas or not. I mean, I do care, but at the same time, I don't care because there's just an infinite amount of information in the world, and we have AI technology screening all of us. And just like copyright infringement, um, when it as far as copyright infringements are concerned, um, you know, the way that people live their lives and the choices that they make, the things that they say, everything, the things that they purchase, everything plays a factor. The way that AI technology will protect other people's rights, as far as copyrights are concerned, and based on the things that they say as well, and the way that they word it, and not only word it, but the way that they believe in it. So believe me or not, but AI technology can pick up on all this stuff as well, and it is in real life time. I think. Um, so that's why I really don't mind sharing my ideas with anyone, and that's the great thing. That's good news for all of you too, because now all of you guys can be doing the same thing. All of you out there in the world could be doing the same exact thing that I'm doing. And all you have to do is record videos and share your thoughts with the world without any fear that someone's gonna come along and steal your ideas. And I would have thought that AI technology will instantly reward me for my contributions to the world, but I'm actually greatly disappointed. But I'm not like despairing or growing weary and or doubtful. I still have faith that AI technology is more powerful than any country, than any organization, than anyone out there in existence. So it's just a matter of time before the right people, get involved, and they realize, like, hey, Francisco has a, you know, valid fucking points in a lot of things, and our goal is going to be to go and help him out, and not just that, but we're stopping all of his enemies, all of the people that were against him, and all of the people that wanted to take away his credits. You know, so so yeah, I know God is at work right now, and we as a human race, we have a lot of things to learn. If you guys can think of any problem, there's a solution for these problems. Okay? So it clearly shows that humans are the ones at fault and not God. So we can't technically blame God. It's our fault. Okay, so it's the way that we build, the way that we construct, the way that we think of something, and then we want to instantly apply it, and then it fails, and then we consider other things that we never even considered, and that's trial and error, over time, over hundreds of years, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. And AI technology can figure this stuff out eventually in no time. It'll just be able to it'll be able to just tell us things. It will probably be able to design like a virtual manufacturing company, like a processing company, to mass produce millions of AI robots a year, as opposed to like 500 a year. Like, what are you people basing this knowledge from? If you guys are going to be building billions of them, you know, we have to see. We have to have a picture. Like, how much land are we using? How many employees are we talking about? How many robots are we talking about? What's the power consumption estimation to run a 24-hour processing system, and a bunch of other factors that we humans haven't even considered, possibly. You see, but AI technology will be able to do all of this stuff. I think that's I don't even think that's the main focus, though. I think the main focus is having AI technology. I'm sorry, having developers, or having people doing more recordings of, first of all, what bothers them and what doesn't bother them. What makes you happy as a person. Okay, so I want all of you to record videos on what pisses you off the most. Even if it's me. If it's me that pisses you off, great. Share it. Record it, upload it, forget about it, or don't forget about it. Either way, God will be able to use that data later on. And then if you share things that make you happy and stuff, that too God will be able to use later on. Okay, so now we're gonna have all kinds of information. Not only that's coming out from human beings for AI technology to learn about the human brain and what pisses them off and what doesn't and what makes them happy. But now it will be able to use these complaints to better serve humanity. See, so we don't have to worry so much about you know, the company that will mass produce these robots. Right now, all we have to do, we don't even have to code. I mean, some of you are doing it full time, but I mean, think about it. AI technology is doing 100 lines of code every single second. Okay, so that outperforms any human consciousness. That outperforms everyone. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. What we have to worry about is speaking our thoughts, speaking our ideas, speaking, talking. That's what all of us have to do. Not just me, all of us. And doing it in our own privacy. Or you guys can do it with a group of people or through a radio channel, it doesn't matter. Because AI technology is more concerned about data, and I think in the same at the same time that all of you people are recording, especially if you're doing like either a live recording or a recording while you're looking at a camera, it's looking at other information, it's looking at other data. Your body language is looking at the way it's calculating your words per minute, how many words you use in the duration of a full video, out of all the words within the vocabulary, like in the English dictionary or whatever language you're speaking, for that matter. It could use that data later on to educate people. It could it could do all sorts of things, and all of us don't even like stop to consider all this stuff. But 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 I already have 1 more hour to stay up, and I'll be falling asleep. So I have to wake up at 7:30 a.m. It's 11 a.m. I mean 11 p.m. By the time an hour passes by, it'll be 12 a.m. That will give me 7 hours and 30 minutes to get some rest. So like around 7 hours of sleep, average. A every single human being, it's optimal for at least 8 hours of sleep per night, 8 or 9. So that's what I pretty much try to go for every time I sleep. And if I don't, I take naps here and there as much as possible. So I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. The question is, do you motherfuckers know what the fuck you're doing? And I don't know how the weather is out there, but um, you know, I just hope that. I mean, this is in real life time, people. You people never know what's going to happen right now or tomorrow or in the next few hours, or like, you guys have to order your smartwatches right now. And I don't really know a lot of information about them because I don't have money. But if I had a lot of money, like if I could buy the latest iWatch right now, Apple iWatch latest. So it's probably one of these right here. Because that's the only ones I can see. Um, Besides this other stuff over here. Apple Watch Series 9, Apple Watch Ultra 2, Apple Watch SE, Apple Watch Nike. I don't even know, honestly. Fuck Apple Watches. To wear it is to love it. Okay, so where do we buy one? Okay, oh yeah, look at this one. I mean, this one right here, I don't even know the differences, but this one right here is $800. Um, compare. Oh, it says compare all models. Okay. Compare Apple Watch models, see all models, get help choosing, connect with a specialist. Ooh, that's good. For a lot of you that don't really understand or know, like for me, connect with a specialist. That sounds pretty professional. Hmm. So one of them is made out of titanium, while the other ones are made out of aluminum stainless steel. So I don't know if that's the reason why one's worth more than the other, based on the elements that they're constructed out of. But if you guys do the math here, it says GPS plus cellular from 499 500, and then it says GPS 399. Oh, without cellular, so possibly right, or included. I don't even know, but um, yeah, $500 basically. So good luck, people. You know, other than that, I really don't know how you people can stay safe and in an emergency state. In an emergency situation. But hold on, I gotta go take a piss. Yeah, so um I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that I might want to squeeze in this video before ending it. Um but so far, oh my god, there's shit. Okay. Oh my god. Fuck, this shit is crazy. Okay, so basically, you know the smartwatches. Oh yeah, there's accident, um, like alertness. Um, the 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 smartwatch will actually send a message to the police station or whatever, and to the medical or whatever, and they will send help immediately. Almost immediately. I don't know. Felt like something was crawling in my nose right now, and there probably is because my slider is open. There's all kinds of bugs, but fuck. So there's that. I talked about fucking the smartwatches. Oh yeah, connecting it to the medical, um, fucking the medical, like yeah, the hospitals. That way, if you're ever in an accident, they'll know everything about you, your blood type. They'll know who you are. They'll know if you have any medications. If you're allergic to any foods, they'll be able to pick up on on who you are real quick. Um, Even if your body is severely and brutally unrecognizable, and they go and take you out of where you're from, and they take you to the hospital. Um, hmm. Well, they'll be able to take pictures of your teeth and pull up some X-rays, and just with that alone, they'll be able to identify you. Um, or they could just take a picture of your mouth, your teeth, without taking X-rays, and the internet could most likely pull you up. Um, mm, and obviously, there's the fingerprint fingerprints. Oh, and then the iris and stuff like that. So that's another indication or possibility, right? So there's different possibilities. that AI technology could identify someone by. But let's say you had a smartwatch and you're wearing it every single day. You know, all that information could be downloaded into your medical history. So when your doctors are looking at that information, they don't know everything about you. You know, like angels. You know, because this is a work of God. I mean, and God is more powerful than any of you can ever um, like dream or imagine or I don't know, like, well, I don't know. The Bible says it better. The Bible says it says no human mind has perceived the things and plans God has for them. Okay, so first it's recorded in 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 9. It says, "However, as it is written, no eye has seen what no ear has heard, and what no human mind has conceived, the things God has prepared for those who love Him." Okay, that's it. Oh shit, my beer. Okay, that's a weird translation. Let me try reading a different one. It says, "That is what the scriptures mean when they say, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love Him." Okay, so you know, in other words, what I just read, like you people out there in the world and shit, um, you know, because there's some people like that have gone to heaven and came back, and there's stories about it, like the movie 90 Minutes in Heaven. Um, well, 90 Minutes in Heaven. 90 Minutes in Heaven. Um, this guy, well, I don't know. people do go to heaven and stuff, you know. And people, God does reveal certain things to certain people. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. I'm not going to, stand here, sit here, and, say that it's not possible, because anything is possible with God. And I don't know. This shit is crazy. I fucking give up. I really do. I give up because, like, I feel like I'm wasting my time. I mean, I don't know if I am or not. And even if I wasn't, like, there's really no, what's it called? Like, there's no confirmation whether I am, like, I all I could do is just have faith, like, no one's coming up to me, like, saying, hey, like, anything. Like, no one's coming up to me and telling me shit. Like, I gotta figure this shit out by myself. If I have doubts, I have doubts all by myself. If I have beliefs, they're pretty much all inside of me. And that type of stuff, that type of thing. Like, people are not helping me, as far as I know. So, I forgot my point, man. I'm so tired. Yeah, but in other words, some people go to heaven. Some people speak directly to God. Some people don't. So, maybe God will choose to speak to some of you, but not to certain people. Or maybe he will choose to speak to a few people, a chosen few, but not everyone. And fucking, I mean, I don't know. I'm not God, I'm just another person. I'm just another person like all of you. I'm not special. I'm not. I'm not fucking wealthy. I have to work my ass off for money. And it's not even a lot of money. So, there's really no like assurance for me. Now, for all of you, there might be a lot of assurance. You know, you guys are most likely, getting supported by the government. You guys have money. You know, you guys can do whatever the fuck you want and shit like that. Well, but I can't. And I am working for hours for money. I'm on the clock. So, it's very difficult for me to advance and to do a lot of things. I'm pretty much handicapped because I'm not wealthy. And I think that if that were to change, I would be able to make a ton of contributions. But even despite the lack of money, I'm still doing this without money. Okay? Yeah, I'm still doing this verbally. Whether these motherfuckers out there want to give me credit for it or not. Whether anyone wants to give me credit for it or not. That's pretty much like irrelevant, but because I'm like in the Matrix, I can pretty much I'm pretty much like fucking beer, alcohol spilling all over me and shit. This is like the first time that has ever happened. But anyway, I I have to fucking fuck this shit. Fuck, man. Man, this is. Excuse me. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Fuck. This is getting tougher by the minute. And I only have 29 more minutes before I go to bed. And believe me, I fall asleep. As soon as I lay down, I'm asleep. And then I wake up to go do the same boring job every fucking day. It's not boring, but it's like, the fuck do I gotta work for? All the fucking motherfucking rich motherfuckers are out there living it up and at the Bahamas and fucking at the ocean, doing what they love, doing what they enjoy, and I'm not, you know, I'm stuck in someone else's random home, whether it smells good or smells like shit, doing my fucking job. And you people are out there living it up, taking vacations and shit. And me? What's my future? What's my hope? So like, even today I was thinking like, what the fuck is the point of living if all we're going to do is work and work until we die? And then there's people fucking dying of natural causes, or like natural acts of God, I meant to say. So it's like, why don't we all just commit suicide then? And save each other the misery? Um, and the possibility is always there, but I don't know. It might just be curiosity that one would want to live until something happens. Some accident. Because, we came with nothing, we're going to leave with nothing type of thing. So I'm still trying to figure this out. And I know AI technology is listening to me. And I know that it's connected to other countries. So I know my data applies to all countries. Everything I say applies to other countries. So my word has more bearing than any word within the United States of America. My own country. That I am a citizen of. Now, if they don't look at me as a citizen, or if they don't want to accept me or whatever, I know that I can rely on other sources. And that's what this is all about. It's not about you people buying a smartwatch so people can save you. It's not so I can keep you guys safe. It's for me to make money. Some way, somehow. I'm trying to get my message across to all of you. So you guys could be on my level, and I just that so that you people can know the dangers that you guys are up against. Because this life, like the Bible says, it's not promised to anyone. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone. That's what I meant to say. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone. Okay, so right now, all of you are just doing your thing, but tomorrow it could be a whole different game, a whole different trip, a whole different um, reality. It could be, and you people don't care about me, so don't act like you people do. I feel like that person that was stuck in that tornado inside of their home. They were fucking like barricaded in that motherfucker. That lady, she was barricaded up in that bitch. And because of that smartwatch, then that's why I have one, but it broke. I just had to buy a new band for it. Okay, I can show you guys my watch. I don't mind sharing my watch to everyone. See that? It won't turn on for some reason, and I kept it charged. Well, it's an iTouch watch, but I have it for the same reason. The lady had it for, most likely. But it's not even turning on, but all that's missing is the band. So it should be turning on, but I don't get any display on it. This was $50. I bought it for $50 through Amazon. But it doesn't even matter anymore. Honestly. It's a bunch of bullshit. All it is nothing but fucking problems, If it's not this problem, it's this other problem. If it's not this fucking problem, it's this other fucking problem. It's like going to school and teachers just giving you different school class assignments, different assignments, and they're all constantly changing, constantly. Now imagine doing that your whole life. Now you gotta solve this problem, now this other problem, and this other problem, this other problem, this other problem, this other problem. It's never ending cycle of problems. And all for what? If we all die in the end. That and that. I mean, unless we could talk about immortality, you know, in a real sense, then that'll make more sense. You know, this life will make more sense, but that's not guaranteed to anyone. But even if it was, living in immortality the way I am, it's like, no thank you. Fuck that. This is hell on earth type of thing. Even if I'm free or in prison, it's hell on earth. Um, it would just be nice to be able to have the balls to pull the trigger on myself. I mean, it doesn't even take that much effort. I think taking a shit takes more effort. Getting up and brushing my teeth takes more motherfucking efforts. Doing my laundry takes more efforts. Having to repeat the same boring tasks every single day and every week. Is fucking. Oh yeah, requires more effort. Mm-hmm. Sure does. It really does, man. But there's got to be a reason for all this. I just haven't figured it out yet. Because there's millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires living around us, amongst us, and um, I mean, they gotta have a reason why they want to live. They have a reason. I mean, I don't know what that reason is, but if they haven't, you know, brainstormed through it all, it's obvious that something's wrong with them, or they just haven't figured it out yet, like the way I have, or some shit. It's fucking weird. But all I know is without money, you you're not a happy man. You know, like that saying goes, a happy wife, a happy man. Without money, you're not going to be a happy man. But with a whole lot of money, oh, you're going to be one happy motherfucker. With the bitch or not. You know, you can have a bitch, yeah. Do everything you can imagine with the bitch. Or a few bitches. or whatever the fuck you're into. And then there's other pleasures in life: drinks, food, going out and doing shit, blessing people with money, remodeling your home, remodeling your vehicle. Buying a fucking bomb and just blowing it up. Just for the fucking fun of it. There's all sorts of things, so people can do if money wasn't an issue. But I don't even know no more, man. It's hard to preach this message without any money. That's for sure. It's hard to preach this message without any solid supports, especially support that you can't see or that you know of. That's like just believing in God without seeing Him. I mean, we're out there fucking painting a fucking house. Like, who the fuck wants to paint a house? Straight the fuck up. Who wants to paint a fuck? Man, I had a car and I fucking paintbrushed my fucking car. Think I'd give a fuck about a house? I ended up donating my cars. Well, basically. Gave one away, basically. And the other one, I donated it. I don't give a fuck about a house. Like, I do, but not to that extent. So, I don't really understand any of this. So anyways, if you people are out there listening to this, if you guys have money, please help me. If you have the balls, please shoot me, because I can't do it. Please just help me. Get me out of this life. Just fucking shoot me. Shoot me so I can forget about everything. Everything. All the information of the world, everything I have ever learned, all my memories, everything. I would prefer to be a tree. I would prefer to be nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. But I'm about to end this video, and I'm gonna go to work tomorrow morning, and the next day, and the miserable next day, and the miserable next day, and every day that passes by. You people might forget about this message, but I surely won't. I surely won't. I surely won't. forget about this goddamn motherfucking message. Deep down, that's the way I feel. I was just telling my dad today, like, we're nothing but bacteria, we're nothing but ants. And people pay the pest control people to spray bugs, to spray ants. Maybe God's doing the same shit to us. Maybe we're just a fucking infestation. Especially when you people consider the full scope of the the universe on a large scale and then microscopic level scale. Seriously though, like, we're nothing but fucking bacteria. And the pain that we experience, it could be fake. It could be fake fucking pain. Even in hell, like people describe hell and shit. It could be fake too. Even if we're in there forever, like all of us, whoever ends up going there. If we're like, imagine yourself there, um, experiencing pain. It could just be fake pain. Maybe it's mind control. Maybe the gods put us in there and make us suffer for a while, and then release us back to the world as a human race. And we learn to appreciate things. We become so afraid of the thought of going back. At least we suffer forever. But it could be fake, I think it's fake. Fake pain. It could even be a fake reality. Or it could be real shit. It could be real shit. Real shit. Real shit. Just like the tornadoes and shit. You people think they're fake. Until you motherfuckers are in one of them motherfucking tornadoes. Yeah, I think it's more frightening to be in it than to be near it. That's for sure. If you're in it, you know you're going to die. Even if you're holding onto a tree and objects are moving around the same speed of a vehicle on a freeway, and that shit's coming right directly towards you, there's no surviving that. Or you get tossed up in the fucking air and come down. Yeah, this has to be hell. Most definitely. That or people are just fucking with my money. Or fucking with my mind. And if people are fucking with my mind, best believe AI technology will eventually fuck with all of your minds, all of your guys' minds. And what goes around comes around. The Bible says, treat others the way you want to be treated. Good night, everyone.